Good evening, Rockville. Today is April 7th, 2025, and we are beginning meeting 10-25. Please join as you're able in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So we're starting this meeting a little bit earlier because we have a lot of recognitions to get through. So please bear with us. We have items I through J, and I won't list them all. But I'm going to ask my colleagues to please join me at the podium, and let's start celebrating different observances and recognitions in our community. Councilmember Valeri.
Hello, everyone. I am so excited to present the Certificate of Recognition. Will Tu Lin please come up and join me? This is Tu Lin, a student at Richard Montgomery, and I just happened to come across an email stating that they had won the Heads Up Phones Down teen video contest in support of pedestrian safety. You were very modest. You didn't tell me about it. But I'm so glad and so grateful that not only do we have a local student who used their creativity and their artistic abilities to talk about pedestrian safety, but, put it all together and actually submitted and did something with it. So I'm going to read the Certificate of Recognition for you. On behalf of the residents of Rockville, the mayor and council are pleased to present this certificate to Tu Lin, individual grand prize winner, Heads Up, Phones Down, Teen Video Contest. The Montgomery County Department of Transportation Pedestrian Safety Team sponsored a teen video contest. High school students across Montgomery County have a message for their peers. Put those phones away when driving or walking. Tu Lin of Richard Montgomery High School created a video entitled "No Message More Important Than Making It Back" that won the grand prize for an individual. The city of Rockville celebrates and congratulates this amazing achievement. Thank you so much, Tu, and congratulations. Were we going to show the video, or maybe we'll do that at another point? I know that had been discussed. We're ready for that? Okay, we do have the video, so let's go ahead and watch the winning video.
Streets with my head held high, not my face in the screen while the world passed by. Said be home soon, but he ain't watched the signs. 1 second too long, and now we running out of time. Look up, take a breath, don't move too fast. Ain't no message more important than just making it back. Let's try this again, this time with some sense. Phone in the pocket, keep yourself tense. Made it home, mom's calling my name. Could have been a different story, but we played it the same. Look up, take a breath, don't move it too fast. Ain't no message more important than making it back.
I love that. That is awesome. Do you want to say? You can go ahead.
All right. Hello. I just want to thank City of Rockville for recognizing my word. Honestly, I was just in it for the SSL hours. I'm really surprised where I'm standing now. But nobody has to know that. I mean, the whole world knows that now, but it's okay. It means a lot that someone like me. I just thought it was something small, but I'm being recognized. I'm standing here in the city chambers, and that really means a lot. I want to thank everyone here, all the council members, and the mayor of Rockville. Thank you.
That is hilarious. I love honesty. Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Congratulations.
Dr. Miles?
Okay, Madam Mayor, thank you. I'm unable to see the Mayor and Council chamber, but I'll do my best to listen closely. I have the privilege of reading the proclamation dedicating April as National Arab American Heritage Month. And it reads as follows. Whereas April is National Arab American Heritage Month, in 2025, the theme is Arab American Heritage, honoring the past, inspiring the future. And whereas Congresswoman Debbie Dingell of Michigan, with the help of several Arab American organizing groups, issued a resolution in 2017 recognizing April as National Arab American Heritage Month. And whereas there are more than 3.5 million Arab Americans that live in the United States who trace their ancestry to over 22 countries, from North Africa to the Arabian Gulf, and places including Egypt, Iraq, Lebanon, Morocco, Palestine, Sudan, and others. And whereas the number of Marylanders of Arab ancestry has more than doubled since the census first measured ethnic origins in 1908, and is among the fastest growing Arab populations in the country. And whereas Arab Americans take an active role within the Rockville community, in April helps to spotlight and allow them to celebrate this connection in a way that brings together, that represents home, heritage, and community. And whereas the people of Maryland share with other states, including California, Michigan, and Virginia, in the rich culture and diversity of all Arab American communities. Now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of Rockville, Maryland, do hereby proclaim April 2025 as National Arab American Heritage Month and encourage all residents to acknowledge, embrace, and celebrate Arab Americans. With that, Madam Mayor, I move the proclamation.
Do we have a second? Councilmember Shaw seconds. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye. Aye. Wonderful. It passes unanimously. Do we have Lubna Ghanem or Dana Sharif? Welcome. They represent the Arab American Foundation. Would you like to say a few words?
Hi, everyone. Thank you very much, City of Rockville, for this recognition. We really appreciate you all, and we are happy that everyone is celebrating the Arab American Heritage Month with all the richness that we have in our countries. And we welcome you to join us in all our events that we are doing during this month. Would you like to say it?
Yeah, I mean, as Lubna was saying, we have an event coming up on the 9th that we would definitely love to extend an invitation to all of the City of Rockville and, of course, council members. It's going to be at the Amazon headquarters in Arlington, and you guys can also find it on our website. But again, I think as part of the younger generation of Arab Americans, this is like a really great opportunity and honestly something that is, helping the growth of the U.S. overall, to, recognize a big portion of the population that plays like a big role in our everyday lives. Thank you.
Thank you. Take a quick photo. Yes. Have this one. Thank you so much. Thank you. I just want to also note that the county is having their Arab American Heritage event tonight, I believe, at Borough Park. So, Councilmember Shaw, you're up next.
Good evening, everyone. I'm honored to present our Arbor Day proclamation, which underscores Rockville's commitment to environmental stewardship. Trees play a vital role in combating climate change, and here in Rockville, we're taking concrete actions with our Climate Action Plan, our Environmental Commission, our fearless weed warriors, and our excellent environmental management staff. And I also invite all residents to join us for a community tree planting ceremony on April 10th at 10 a.m. at Twinbrook Elementary School. Whereas in 1872, Nebraska Board of Agriculture set aside a special day called Arbor Day for the planting of trees to provide shade, shelter, fruit, and beauty for the residents living within the plains. Now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of Rockville, Maryland do hereby proclaim April 10th, 2025 as Arbor Day, and urge the Rockville community to encourage efforts to care for our trees and woodlands and to support our city's community forestry program. I move the proclamation.
Councilmember Jackson seconds. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
It is unanimous. Thank you.
And do we have, and I invite you to say a few words.
We'd like to thank the mayor, Madam Mayor, and council members for continuing their support for the urban forestry program that we have. And recently, we've put all the street trees on a 5-year pruning schedule. And I'm happy to say that I was looking over our records, and in the past 3 to 4 years, calls have definitely decreased for the amount of calls we're getting after storms and things like that. So the pruning schedule's working, and we thank you. And we hope to see anybody who can attend the Arbor Day celebration at Twinbrook on Thursday morning. Thanks. All right.
Green.
Yes, that was on purpose.
See you on the 10th. Nope. I was wondering why there were 3, but now I know. I am very happy and honored to give the proclamation for Autism Acceptance Month. I will say that, both from my own experience and through the community, I will say neurodivergency is a beautiful thing and is a beautiful part of our community here in Rockville. Whereas April 2025 is Autism Acceptance Month, and this year's theme is Celebrate Differences. And the City of Rockville is honored to take part in the annual observance to help raise awareness, to promote autism acceptance, to celebrate each individual's unique differences, and to foster inclusivity and connectedness. And whereas autism spectrum disorder is estimated to be the fastest growing developmental disability in the United States by the Centers for Disease Control, an Autism and Developmental Disabilities Monitoring Network. And whereas there are multiple organizations dedicated to empowering the community and advocating for the needs of individuals with autism and their families, and help to promote awareness and acceptance, including the ARC, Montgomery County, Main Street, Macomb, Madison House Autism Foundation, and Sunflower Bakery. Now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of the City of Rockville, Maryland, do hereby proclaim April 2025 as Autism Acceptance Month in the City of Rockville. And we urge everyone to increase their knowledge of the condition and specific programs that have been and are being developed to support individuals with autism and their families. Madam Mayor, I move the proclamation. Aye. And we have one of the co-chairs from the Human Rights Commission, Rebecca Murphy, and we have someone here from Main Street as well as from Sunflower Bakery. If you want to come on up. I almost forgot to introduce you too, buddy. And does anybody want to say a few words? You guys can flip a coin too.
Sorry, I'm struggling with my paper. Autism acceptance is more than just awareness. It is about recognizing the inherent value and contribution of autistic individuals, ensuring they're supported, included, and celebrated for who they are. I am so heartened to see so many organizations that assist people on the spectrum represented here today. It demonstrates an understanding that we, as neurodivergent people, are a valued part of our community. On behalf of the Human Rights Commission of the City of Rockville, and as a proudly autistic community member, I graciously accept this proclamation from the Mayor and Council. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Jody Tick. I'm with Sunflower Bakery, and I just want to reiterate those really thoughtful words and thank the council and Mayor Ashton for the very good work of inclusion. And it's such an honor to be part of an organization that is not only included but supported in the community. Thank you.
And this is my son, Cade Owens from Main Street, accepting on our behalf.
Thank you, City of Rockville, for allowing Main Street to accept this proclamation. Autism is a broad spectrum. It can encompass everything from social anxieties to behavioral changes and swings. And now, as the council members already iterated, the number of people with autism is increasing. I remember back in my first high school year of seeing a poster that stated that 1 in 64 people had autism. Today, that number is now 1 in 45 for adults and 1 in 36 for children. That is why it is so important to not only be aware of autism, but to accept the people who have it for who they are. The people here at Main Street and the various other organizations here today, in my experience, have done an amazing job of not only helping those with these sorts of disabilities, but also treating and accepting them as equals. And now I feel proud to be standing alongside the excellent people here at Main Street. That was good.
All right, picture time.
Come back here. Oh, we're gonna
Oh, did you?
really quick.
Oh, okay.
Really good. Kari, you want to hold this? There's a lot of us. Yes, great. I'm just waiting for Nigel.
Sorry.
As the council liaison to the Environmental Commission, it's my honor to bring out the proclamation for Earth Month and Earth Hour. Now, I know it's very easy for a city government or to an organization to simply celebrate Earth Month, Earth Hour, Earth Day. Rockville does it differently. And I want to commend both the commission and the staff of the city of Rockville for putting together events almost every week, and in many cases, almost every day, this month and coming into next month, for events to celebrate and help protect our Earth. I know I saw a number of people just this past Saturday where we joined in the Potomac River watershed cleanup and had cleanups throughout the city. And if you look on our calendar, if you look actually on our website, there's a calendar of events for Earth Month. If you just Google Earth Month Rockville, you can see events. And just as an example, because I can't list them all, we've got on Saturday, April 26th, a City Nature Challenge at the Croydon Creek Nature Center. On April 2nd, we have the Montgomery County Energy Summit. I know we have people here from the Rockville Science Center because on April 27th is Rockville Science Day at Montgomery County. So that's just a sampling of the events that staff and the Environmental Commission have put together, and it's an honor to be here to read this proclamation. Whereas the first Earth Day was proclaimed in 1970 to foster public environmental awareness, and whereas Earth Hour, an annual global event organized by the World Wildlife Fund, calls on individuals, governments, and businesses around the world to turn off all non-essential lighting for 1 hour between 8:30 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. on Saturday, March 22nd, 2025, to call attention to climate change and loss of biodiversity. And whereas the City of Rockville supports global and local environmental stewardship and education, and will host events, as I just described, and outdoor volunteer opportunities throughout March, April, and May that promote actions to protect our climate, water, air, forests, and wildlife. And now, therefore, the mayor and council do hereby proclaim the month of April 2025 as Earth Month in the city of Rockville, and further proclaim Tuesday, April 22nd as Earth Day, and Saturday, March 22nd, 2025 between 8:30 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. I hope you all did it. as Earth Hour, and urge all members of the community to take actions to promote a healthy and sustainable environment. Madam Mayor, I move the proclamation.
Thank you. Councilmember Jackson seconds. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye.
Aye. And I believe we have a wonderful member of our Environmental Commission. Jen, you want to come up and say a few words?
Thank you, Councilmember Van Grack, Madam Mayor, and the council. I am honored and pleased to accept this proclamation on behalf of the Rockville Environment Commission, its volunteer committees, the city's environment and sustainability staff, the business community, and all of Rockville's residents. We appreciate your support for the environmental programs throughout the year, and we are especially thankful for the city's climate action plan and the recently adopted electric vehicle readiness plan. So thank you. To celebrate Earth Month, Rockville has many events, and I have even more to tell you about. So for a list of all of them, it's at www.rockvillemd.gov/earthmonth. And here's a few we will highlight as well. Green permit fees are waived for certain environmentally friendly home improvements. These include solar voltaic panel installations, EV charging stations, and energy-efficient heating and cooling systems, such as heat pumps. Applications must be submitted in the month of April to be eligible. Pull for the Planet, a garlic mustard invasive plant removal event, will be held at several parks in Rockville during the weekend of April 26th and 27th. Rockville's Wonderful Weed Warriors are hosting several invasive species plant removal workdays, including one on Earth Day, April 22nd at Dawson Farm Park. Croydon Creek Nature Center has many family-friendly nature programs and events. Among them is the annual native plant sale happening on Saturday, May 3rd at Elmwood Smith Community Center. And the center will be hosting a spring festival and Kids to Parks Day on Saturday, May 17th. There's another solar co-op that's just been launched. Learn more about installing solar for your home or business on May 1st for an information session with Switch Together and Solar United Neighbors. And for more information, it's on the website and the Rockville Reports and through the Environment and Sustainability email newsletter. If you're interested in the Environment Commission or our activities, you can visit the Rockville website or contact the city's Environmental Management Division to learn more. And thank you again for the proclamation.
And now we'll get a picture.
Yes.
As the t-shirt says, every day is Earth Day, right? Courtesy of the city of Rockville, but do take advantage of the permit-free, right? Who doesn't want to save money, and with electricity costs going up, might as well also join the solar co-op. I am pleased to present and recognize Parkinson's Awareness Month. I have worked in the area of public health in my life, and I have witnessed many people who have, experienced quality of life challenges and a lot of related factors with Parkinson's and so many other neurological diseases that steal life away from people. I want to recognize all those who are dealing with them. It is very chronic and progressive. With that, I will read the proclamation. Whereas Parkinson's disease is a chronic progressive neurological disease and is the second most common neurodegenerative disease in the United States. Whereas Parkinson's disease is estimated to affect approximately 1 million people in the United States, and that prevalence will rise to 1.2 million by 2030. Whereas Parkinson's disease is the 14th leading cause of death in the United States, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and it is estimated that the economic burden of Parkinson's disease is approximately $52 billion annually, including direct and indirect costs, treatment, Social Security payments, lost income to patients and family members. Now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of Rockville, Maryland, do hereby proclaim April 2025 as Parkinson's Awareness Month in Rockville, we call upon all of our residents to join all communities and across the region to understand this disease and support research and efforts to find a cure. Will someone please move the proclamation? Councilmember Valeri moves the proclamation. Do we have a second? Councilmember Fulton seconds. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye. Aye. Thank you. And I believe we have City of Rockville Finest, Mayor Grace Sable, to accept.
I'm Mary Grace Sable, and I work in the city manager's office for the city of Rockville. I'm also a Rockville resident. Brett Favre, Michael J. Fox, my friend Will. You might have guessed what they have in common by this point, but I just want to say a few words about him. Relatively late in life, he and his partner added 2 siblings to their family, including a newborn who went through NICU detox before coming home. They had been approved for foster care for 2 weeks. So this was quite a shock and quite a quick turnaround. They had 3 days before the toddler moved in. It was amazing how quickly they assembled furniture and equipment to welcome him. It was a very good day at Target. Fast forward to 18 months ago. Everybody knows about the tremors. Not many people know about the sleep disturbances, some of which can cause injury. Not many people know about the loss of taste. Not many know about the loss of voice volume modulation. Also, curiously, one symptom is smaller handwriting. Isn't that interesting? Especially in these days where we're mostly using keyboards. These are all symptoms that he noticed even before he got the diagnosis, and he was very concerned. There was shock, there was grief, there was reprioritization of life, and now his goal is to be here for as long as he can, but at least until that baby turns 30. So he has just gotten on a mission since he got this diagnosis. I'm very grateful for him. And now after his diagnosis, my priority in our friendship is how can I be most supportive of him? Sometimes that's hard because he's in Texas, so I can't keep an eye on him. They've learned a lot since 1997, especially due to genetics. But much more research is needed. And as we know, the research dollars have gone away in some cases. So I hope all of you will be supportive. And I want you to know that I'm thankful for this opportunity to say something about my friend Will. And I hope we're all well past 30 with that baby. And he's still around to enjoy grandchildren. Thank you very much.
So it's very fitting following that proclamation and the reference to public health and how so many things are affected by our work in public health that I'm honored to do the proclamation for National Public Health Week. Whereas the week of April 7th through 13th, 2025 is the 30th anniversary of National Public Health Week, and this year's theme is It Starts Here. And whereas 6 in 10 U.S. adults have chronic diseases, and 4 in 10 have 2 or more, and health risks such as alcoholism, obesity, and tobacco use are the primary reason for 7 out of every 10 deaths annually in the United States. And 90% of all intoxication deaths that occurred in Maryland were opioid related. And whereas priority areas are It Starts Here, Your Health is Our Mission,
Climate action starts here, championing resilience for health. Health equity starts here, optimizing health for all. Advocacy starts here, amplifying voices for public health. And the future of public health starts here, strengthening the public health workforce. Now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of the City of Rockville, Maryland, do hereby proclaim the week of April 7th through 13th, 2025, as National Public Health Week in Rockville, Maryland. And we call upon the residents of Rockville to observe this week by helping our families, our friends, neighbors, co-workers, and leaders to better understand the value of public health and supporting great opportunities to adopt preventative lifestyle habits year-round. Madam Mayor, I move the proclamation.
It's been moved and seconded by Councilmember Larry. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye. Aye. It's unanimous, thank you.
And I believe we have a resident, Cindy Liriano, here to accept. Cindy works for the state of Maryland in a public health role related to the very important Medicaid processing. Thank you for being here. Would you like to say a few words?
Good evening. I do live in the city of Rockville. I'm very happy I do. I also work under the state, under the health department, under Medicaid. I love what I do because I see when families come and they want to get insurance and they think they're not able to afford the insurance or how much the bill is going to cost. When they apply and they know that they qualify for the insurance, they're so relieved because they don't have that debt of medical bills. It's very important for us to advocate for health. Not only Medicaid is good for treatments, but it's good for the health care, your dignity and security of you having that insurance just in case anything comes up. Thank you.
All right. Oh, man. So it's my honor to recognize a group that really doesn't get enough recognition. We think about firefighters, we think about police officers, but the first contact that somebody has with the police or with firefighters is usually this dispatcher. So those people really are on the front lines. And so I'm pleased to read this proclamation for National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week. Whereas the week of April 13th through April 19, 2025 has been designated as National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week, and whereas the police communication operators of the Rockville City Police Department's Communications Center is an essential link between our law enforcement professionals and the residents of Rockville. And the Communications Center handled 64,796 calls in 2024. And now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of Rockville, Maryland, do hereby proclaim April 13th through the 19th, 2025, as National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week in the city of Rockville, Maryland, and call upon the residents to commemorate this observance by thanking our police communications operators for the great work they do to assist in the protection and safety of our communities. I believe we have somebody from the police department. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Madam Mayor, I move the proclamation.
Councilmember Shaw, second. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Nice job.
Just want to say something really short. As Councilmember Jackson was saying, it's easy to forget that, you know, we're an essential part of the community. We are the first person that you guys call, so it's very heartwarming just to know that, you know, we're being recognized in this way. So thank you, Council Member, Madam Mayor, and yeah, that's about it. P.S. Apply. Jobs are available as well if you're interested.
Nice plug. Shameless plug. Good benefits too.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Dr. Miles will read the next proclamation.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I have the honor of reading the Science Day Proclamation and have the reading portion. The full version is available for your viewing online. Whereas on April 22nd, 1990, the Rockville Science Center held its first Rockville Science Day and has continued Science Day as an annual event in the city of Rockville. And whereas this year marks the 34th anniversary of Rockville Science Day. And whereas Science Day is a local, family-oriented event designed to acquaint youth with the world of science and to help both children and grown-ups alike understand how science is used in our daily lives. And whereas science lies at the heart of technological progress, space exploration, human and ecological health, environmental concerns, and that Science Day provides informative and entertaining exhibits about everything from environment science, nature, to reptiles and birds, space exploration, biotechnology, robotics, and rockets. And now, therefore, the Mayor and Council of Rockville, Maryland do hereby proclaim April 27th, 2025 as Rockville Science Day and urge all members of the community to participate in this opportunity and connect with science in the real world. With that, Madam Mayor, I move the proclamation.
Councilmember Fulton seconds. All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye. Aye. Excellent. It's unanimous. And we have some members of the Rockville Science Center here. Welcome, Howard Lickman. I believe you'll say a few words. All right. Okay. All right. While they're getting up here, it's the most interactive day in Rockville.
It is. It's a great day.
Give me 1 second. Let's see if this fits. Okay, I think I grabbed one a little small, but it's okay. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. So, Mayor and Council, thank you. We are very proud to do our 34th year of Rockville Science Day. Rockville Science Day is now, we can say confidently, the largest STEM event in Montgomery County now. We're very proud of that. We feature over, round of applause for that. We feature over 100 exhibitors, and we have about 3,000 to 4,000 members of the general public here in Rockville that come and visit us now on a yearly basis. And for us, we are incredibly grateful for the support. We can't do this without you all coming to show up for us and without the city and their generous support year over year. So with that being said, the date, April 27th from 12 to 5. I hope to see you all there. I'm Ulysses. I'm the president of the Science Center. And we hope you'll get to see the rest of us that day as well. Here we have our wonderful t-shirts for the year. And no, thank you all, seriously. No matter what happens in DC, we have a lot to be proud of here for the sciences and technology. And this is our way of just showcasing all the great things that happen in the sciences throughout the world. So thank you. Yeah.
Can I hold it back?
Yes.
No, only if you sit in your part. That's the rule. Want to share?
Yeah, dude, actually, I think the three of you probably hold this.
I know, right? Okay. Thank you. He's like settling around. Keep my rug back.
Yeah. Actually, it turned out really well.
I know, right? It is working.
Yes. I don't do it enough justice.
Oh, no, you're working it.
Thank you.
When Councilmember Shaw was tasked to read the proclamation for Yom HaShoah, she actually called me because she remembered something that I've talked about. For those who don't know, Yom HaShoah is a recognition and a remembrance for those who we lost during the Holocaust. And it's very fitting for me because I lost a number of family members in the Holocaust. On my mother's side, my grandmother, her family was one of only one sister that made it out of Europe on time. And the rest of our family was decimated through the Holocaust. So it's very meaningful for me, and also meaningful that Councilmember Shaw was selected to read this proclamation because of her leadership on the county and city for diversity, inclusion, equity, and social justice. And it's important for us to remember, not just to remember those who we lost, but also understand how we lost them and to never forget. And to never forget why. And I think it's important. I'd like to read a poem that some of you may have heard before, but it's actually written at the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum as an understanding of how we've gotten here. It's from Martin Niemöller. First they came for the communists, and I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists. I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. It's an important reminder to remember those who we cannot be silent. And if we see injustice, we see wrongs happening, we see some people or groups who are treated unfairly, we must speak out. We must never forget what has happened in the past. Whereas Yom HaShoah, Day of Remembrance, is a day set aside for the Jewish people to remember the Holocaust, and is Israel's official commemoration for the 6 million Jews murdered during the Holocaust. And whereas the name comes from the Hebrew word Shoah, which means catastrophe. And whereas this year marks the 36th anniversary of the Global Shoah Memorial Initiative, unto every person there is a name. As time moves on, we are liable to lose sight of the fact that each life that was brutally ended belonged to an individual, a human being endowed with feelings, thoughts, ideas, dreams, whose entire world was destroyed and whose future erased.
Now, therefore, the mayor and council of the city of Rockville, Maryland, do hereby proclaim sundown on April 23rd, 2025, through nightfall on April 24th, 2025, as Yom HaShoah, Day of Remembrance, and urge all residents to remember the victims of the Holocaust and reflect on the need for grace, dignity, and respect of all people. I move the proclamation.
Oh.
Jack, second.
Yes.
All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
It is unanimous, thank you.
And I believe we have Josh Bender from the Bender Jewish Community Center in Rockville to come say a few words.
Thank you for sharing that. It's a great honor, and with deep appreciation, we accept this proclamation. We really, it means so much to us to know that the city of Rockville and Mayor Ashton and City Council are really acknowledging this important day, which in Jewish history, but really in human history. And I really appreciate, and I'm sorry for your losses. And now more than ever, when hate is on the rise for many groups and anti-Semitism is on the rise, it's so important as a community for us to come together. On April 27th, the JCC, the Jewish Community Center, has a community commemoration where we're going to have survivors who are telling their firsthand stories of the Shoah, the Holocaust. So thank you again very much. Appreciate it. Cool. Yes. Thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you.
Thank you. That concludes our proclamations and recognitions for today, but I hope that you can see how the City of Rockville really values justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion. This is what it looks like. The City of Rockville values public health and science and safety. No matter what happens anywhere in the world in our nation, this will be a safe place for all of those things. And I also want to acknowledge the thousands of scientists and public health workers who have lost their jobs over the past few months. It's really hit our community very hard, and so please be kind to your neighbor. We have resources available. WorkSource Montgomery has some flyers out in our foyer if anyone needs help. You can also visit our City of Rockville webpage for federal workers, and I'll also note contractors and grantees. Thank you all.